Man, oh man, oh man. Give me one quick second, my friends. Let's get it. All right, my friends. What is going on? What is the deal? How we living? How we living? How we living? Hopefully everybody is doing just as good as my guy Johnny Depp. Holy moly, donut shop. What a crazy, crazy, crazy trial, man. Was it a trial? Or was it just like a court case? Because I know it was a civil case. It wasn't necessarily like a criminal case. Was it a trial? I don't know, man. Let me know in the comments, man. Was this a trial? Was this a Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard trial, or just a case? Or I don't know what to even classify this as. But without further ado, man, it is your boy John Quick up to talk that lingo crew. We absolutely talk that lingo very fast, and like I always say, it's harder to keep money than get it. Well, it's absolutely harder for Amber Heard to keep money. I'm just saying, man, my brother Paul, my brother, how you living, my brother? Good to see you. Appreciate you tuning into the show, my brother. Always good to see you, my brother. Uh, let me say this. This is a very interesting case, first and foremost. And if you are not aware, Johnny Depp was suing his ex-wife Amber Heard for $50 million for defamation of character for false claims of domestic violence. And then his ex-wife Amber Heard was countersuing him for $100 million for very similar accusations. What we learned today, well, what we already knew before, what we learned today is that a jury stated that they believed that Amber Heard lied about a couple of things. They also believed, based on the judgment, they also believed that Johnny Depp could have been, or Johnny Depp's legal team rather, could have been a bit more, you know, clearer in what they were reporting to the judge or to the courtroom. So, if you don't know, well, I don't even know, so I can't even report it to y'all. But I do want to let y'all know, if you haven't already heard, Johnny Depp won, quote unquote, won the lawsuit against his ex-wife. There were three different stories that apparently he tried to sue her on, and he won on what, all three of those headlines. And Amber Heard lost two of the three of her headlines that she was trying to say that whatever it is, man. It was a very interesting case. I saw a lot of stuff on YouTube. Listen, if you did not have the luxury of seeing this case on YouTube, like any of the clips, any of the social media site, I suggest you go to YouTube. Heck, I mean, even now you can go to any social media site and pull up what was happening inside that courtroom. Amber Heard is very funny. I won't call her a liar. I may lean into calling her a liar later on in the show, but as of right now, I don't have the capacity to call her a liar as of right now. Later on in the show, I may get there. So yeah, man, it's your boy John Quick. Talk that lingo crew. If you are here in here, make sure you drop us a like. Be sure to drop us a like. Hit us up in the comments, man. Let us know. Do you think that the jury trial, case, whatever this is, do you think the jury gave an appropriate verdict? Now, what I will say is that, and before I get into what I actually want to talk about around this case, I do want to say that it is pretty freaking amazing, based on the information that we saw, that Johnny Depp was almost, I would say, relieved of the hoax or whatever it is, the false accusations that were bestowed upon him. Like, it's so crazy, man. We live in this Me Too era where everybody, believe all women, and I'm absolutely on board with that. Believe all women, but I think we need to only believe all women on a case-by-case basis for things like this. Now, if the evidence is clear and he did commit some heinous act of, domestic violence, then yes, not only should he go to jail, but he should have lost that lawsuit for sure. He should be made, or they should make him pay more money than he was being sued for, which was he was being sued for $100 million. However, Johnny Depp won this case, and actually, you know what? I mean, we live in this internet world where I could just literally pull it up. I mean, I don't have to guess. I don't have to be up here like I don't know. Right here. So as stated on NBC News, Johnny Depp Amber Heard verdict. Jury sides with Depp and awards him $15 million. Now, the jury of, 7 people reached a decision today in the defamation case brought by Johnny Depp against his ex-wife Amber Heard. So Johnny did win his defamation case against his ex-wife. However, the jury also awarded Amber Heard $2 million in damages, basically. And what these damages were, I'm not sure. What damages would cost her $2 million? I'm not necessarily sure. If you weren't familiar with this case, like I said, this case very, very prominent case in the media over the last month, really. And apparently, so this was in Virginia, being held in Virginia. If anybody could let me know why this was being held in Virginia, I'm not sure if they had a house in Virginia or something like that. Maybe Virginia is where the defamation case started in terms of the headlines, in terms of the publications that Amber Heard or Johnny Depp used during that time. And this was many, many moons ago. This was years ago when all of this happened. This was right around 2016, 2008, something like that. I'm not sure, but it also is stated in here that Fairfax County Circuit Court Judge Penny Ascrat, I'm not sure, reduced the punitive damages. The jury awarded Depp to $350,000, which is the state's cap. Like, you can't go over that. That's the legal limit, making his total damages $10.4 million. So, in my assessment, based on what I'm reading, Johnny Depp is going to get $10.4 million from his ex-wife. Now, if she has the money or not, I'm not sure. Remains to be seen. Obviously, the verdict had come out today. She is probably going to reap in her sorrow this evening, and then tomorrow file her appeal. So that way, she can sort of throw paying that $10 million, $10 to $15 million to Johnny Depp. Now, I will say, we are a long, long time away from Amber Heard paying any money to Johnny Depp. We are a while away from any of that happening. And the reason why is because of the whole appeal process. And then once the appeal is denied, which I would assume that it would be denied, Amber Heard can file for bankruptcy, right? So there are options for her. I think the biggest factor in this verdict being, read this way is that Johnny Depp, I think he said it in his statement, he gets his life back, right? Like when this came out 6 years ago, okay, so what's 6 years ago? When this came out, everybody was just teaming up against Johnny Depp because they believed that he could have been an abuser in a domestic violence case. Domestic violence. Excuse me, I'm not none of my words to me until after the show. Unfortunately, these turned out to be false allegations. Now, what I will say is that if these were true allegations, Johnny Depp should absolutely have gone to jail. And I do want to make sure that I tread lightly when I say this. Any victim of domestic violence should be heard, should be believed, and then the abuser in that domestic violence should rightfully go to jail. It's a criminal act. That's a criminal act. However, if you falsely accuse someone, and that's where I think my biggest issue with all of this is, she falsely accused a man of domestic violence and still was awarded $2 million. So, like I said, we're a ways away from any money being exchanged between these two parties. But in the court of law, she was awarded $2 million. So in 30 years, when they look back at this case, they're going to say, well, the defendant was awarded $2 million. Those are the facts. Those are just the facts. And my issue is that she was awarded this money instead of her being arrested, instead of her having criminal charges brought against her. This needs to be a criminal charge. If you get found, if they find out that you are falsely making allegations of domestic violence against someone, against the male for that matter, there needs to be a certain level of jail time that you need to endure. Because listen, like I said, I'm all for believing all people, all victims of violence, especially domestic violence, rape, things like that, etc. However, if you falsely accuse, now there's a difference between being falsely accused of something and just people just blatantly believing what they see or what they hear from someone who looks like a victim. And that's another thing. I think Amber Heard did a great job in the courtroom of looking like a victim. She definitely looked like a victim. Okay. She had the all white on. She had her hair tied up. She even did the braids. There was a lot of stuff happening that made her look like a victim. Even when she was answering questions from cross-examination from Johnny Depp's legal team, she was looking at the jury. Like, she would make eye contact with the jurors. And I mean, to my estimation, there were 30 jurors or something like that. So she was attempting to look innocent and appear innocent in the court of law. Although she had made up false accusations, she had lied. She potentially had other friends of hers help corroborate her story. Apparently, she called the cops one time. The cops came out, didn't see any damages or didn't see any marks on her face. So the cops couldn't do anything because they didn't see any evidence of anything, so they left. Then the cops were called a second time in that same very day after Amber Heard and her friends conspired with, a lawyer or something like that to try to get this case to be where it is today. Unfortunately, it probably wasn't the result that Amber Heard and her legal team were looking for. She looked like a victim in the courtroom. So if you were just doing the eye test, not even hearing what the arguments were on either side, because the arguments were Johnny Depp's side. They were damn good. Shout out to Camille Vasquez, man. Listen, if I ever get in trouble, I don't care if it's criminal. Listen, I ain't gonna be I ain't gonna do. But if I ever need to go to court for anything, I gotta put the money up to get Camille Vasquez, man. She is legit. She know what she doing out there. She is now a celebrity for sure. This case has made her a celebrity. I mean, I wonder if the judge in this case, what's her name? Penny Aristocrat. Listen, I'm really sorry if I'm ruining her name. But Camille Vasquez, Johnny Depp's lawyer, is absolutely, she is a superstar. Based on this case, honestly, I think the government needs to create a subdivision of falsely accused people in different domestic and rape cases. And I think they need to appoint Camille Vasquez to the head of that. Because I think she really, listen, when you are going to, how do I want to say this? When you are going to defy some of the accusations that a quote unquote domestic violence victim is putting forth, if you're going to kind of combat that, especially in a court of law, I think, especially with a very public case like this one that we watch, I think you have to tread really, really lightly. You can't just go out there and start questioning her in a certain manner, because what you'll have is a bunch of people saying, oh my God, you gotta believe the victims, you gotta believe the women, believe all women. I think it's very dangerous when you say believe all women, because exactly what we've seen in this case, if she was in fact lying or making false allegations, as the jury did find that she did lie and make false allegations, if she was doing that, or if any woman is doing that, they can do something like this and go to court and win $2 million. Like, think about the psyche of a victim who's not actually a victim, but they start thinking in their minds, oh, well, maybe I am a victim because I can get this money out of this person if I falsely accuse her, whatever it is. I mean, it's kind of disgusting if you think about it. It really, really is. It truly is disgusting the way somebody, and I'm like I said, I'm going to tread lightly here, but it's truly disgusting how somebody can falsely accuse somebody else and then turn around and be rewarded money, $2 million at that. I don't understand. But like I said, we are a ways away from any money being exchanged from one party to another. More money for sure, for certain, will be exchanged from Amber Heard to Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp won $15 million. I think he's got to pay like $2 million. The amount of money was reduced to, I'm not sure. Listen, go to YouTube, look up all effects of the case. Matter of fact, you can read this article that I'm reading right now. I would definitely recommend NBC. Listen, will I say that this is a victory for Amber Heard? I would say this is not necessarily a victory for Amber Heard. She did win one of the three headlines or whatever it was against Johnny Depp. Honestly, the one headline that she won in the court of law actually was a statement made by Johnny Depp's legal team. So Johnny Depp didn't even make the statement, but he lost because that's who he chose to represent, right? So will I say that Amber Heard had a victory in this? I'm not sure. I know she's certainly got to be disappointed based on, the findings of the jury in this case. She certainly has to be disappointed. Listen, my heart breaks for any victim of any rape or any domestic violence case or anything like that. However, if you are of the mindset that you can falsely accuse somebody and just not even put any thought into actually making sure that you are going to be believed in the court of law, because listen, you're not arguing against, you're not arguing against just the public mind. You're arguing against the jury. You get what I'm saying? And then once you get somebody lying on you like that, and then they're willing to do it in a court of law, ultimately she committed perjury. Ultimately she needs to go to jail for that. That's my whole point with this whole thing. Like I said, man, if you are in here dropping, like, we about to get into some crazy content. That's my issue with this whole thing. If you are going to lie, not only are you going to lie in headlines, in news headlines, in news articles, you lied in the court of law and you stood on those. Listen, I'm of the mindset you stand on all 10 of your toes. If somebody catch you in a lie, you just keep it rolling. But like this, not a fucking chance. Not a chance. You gotta, listen, you have to be very mindful of where you are lying. If you're gonna lie on the stand in front of a jury and a judge, you need to go to jail. Not only do you need to go to jail for lying in front of a jury and a judge, you also need to go to jail if you're going to falsely accuse somebody for domestic violence. If you're going to falsely accuse somebody for rape. Because listen, you get a lot of people who definitely have to take on the wrath of getting falsely accused of rape or domestic violence, something like this, whatever the case may be. However, there is no punishment for any person who falsely accuses another person of such acts. There is no, there's no punishment. And unfortunately, there should be. There should really, really be a punishment put into place that if you falsely accuse somebody and it's proven that you falsely accuse somebody, you go to jail. I mean, that's the fact of the matter. You need to go to jail. If you falsely accuse somebody for something they didn't do, namely domestic violence and or rape, you need to go to jail. There needs to be a minimum jail sentence of 8 months. 8 months. I think 8 months is reasonable. Minimum 8 months, reasonable. That's reasonable. That would prevent, I guess they can't put that really into place because that would prevent a lot of money flowing in and out of the court because stuff like this. Think about how much money the judge made off of this, and not even probably paid out from Johnny Depp or Amber Heard's team or either of their sides. But think about the amount of money that she's going to make down the line from this case. Think about, like, even with the OJ trial, like, okay, OJ did that shit. You understand what I'm saying? OJ did that shit. I know for a fact he did it. I wasn't even born, but OJ did that shit. At the time, these jurors, they were writing books and they were making money and speaking to the media and all the crazy stuff that's going to happen with this trial. And those jurors, listen, the jurors in this case are going to make so much money. They can't keep their notes that they had during the trial in the courtroom, but if they remember, if they can recollect some of the things that they wrote or some of the things that they were talking to the other jurors about, they can make money. They can write a book, write a tell-all book. They can go on Wendy Williams' show, go on the Ellen DeGeneres show, go on the Steve Harvey show. They can go anywhere. They mess around and be on Family Feud. And one of the Family Feud topics is probably going to be about this trial. Listen, like I said, man, if you are in here, drop us a like, man. Drop us a like. We cooking tonight, man. Make sure you drop us a like. Be sure to drop us a like. It's your boy John Quick of the Talk That Lingo crew. Make sure you like us. Make sure you subscribe. It costs you $0 to hit the like button. It costs you 0 buttons. Hey, man, we all over. Listen, there needs to be an 8-month minimum sentence for somebody deciding to falsely accuse someone else for something they didn't do, especially domestic violence or rape. Listen, you get so many people out here who just want to just say, oh, this person did this. This person did this. And they're only willing to say that because we have terms like believe all women. No matter what happens, we have terms like believe all women. Well, how do we know that statement right there isn't what pushed Amber Heard to bring forth this false accusation? Listen, I'm of the mindset, and before we get out, I got one more thing to say. I'm of the mindset that if you allow something like this to happen, and then Amber Heard is found, listen, the jury pretty much said that Amber Heard was a liar. That was the verdict reading, that Amber Heard is a liar. That was the conclusion they came to. So if the jury is able to come to that conclusion, right, they should be able to put her in jail for falsely accusing somebody and putting someone underneath this type of microscope and ultimately damaging his career. Listen, I don't know if y'all know or not, but Johnny Depp was about to do Pirates of the Caribbean again. He was about to do another Pirates of the Caribbean when this happened. And then Amber Heard is going on her, violence victim tour to say, oh yeah, well, I'm the face of, women in Hollywood experiencing this type of abuse. No, bitch, you wasn't even abused. Bitch, you lied and you was the one hitting him. And they found out that you did it and still gave you $2 million. That is the Pandora's box that this case opens. Well, not even this case. Prior cases well before this. Well before this. You got people who get falsely accused of rape, and the quote-unquote rape victim does not want to come clean to the person that they're in a relationship with, and then they just lie and say the person raped them. Now, let me back up. If you are an actual victim of domestic violence, if you are an actual victim of rape or any other crime, my heart is with you. My thoughts are with you, and I definitely will side with you. However, in my mindset, if you were one of the people who just said, you know what, I don't want to be caught in my lie right now. Let me just make sure that I can, get away with it in a way where I could just say, it was your fault. It was your fault. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. It was your fault. And every single time this happens, no one goes to jail. But if the person who was found guilty of those heinous acts and those heinous crimes, they will go to jail. But the person who falsely accused another person would just be walking around scot-free like it was nothing. Then they're able to go into the media and say, oh my goodness, I can't believe that person didn't get arrested, or, they didn't have charges brought against them because they raped me. No, the jury said they never did that. The jury said that you, in fact, made that up. That is what the jury said. We can't go against the jury now. Now, don't get me wrong. There are cases where justice is not necessarily served appropriately. And I want to read this comment right here. Michelle Drinsky. She says she is a liar and she should be charged for perjury. She is a psychopathic narcissist. I thought you were going on. Sorry about that, Michelle. She's a psychopathic narcissist. She's a POS. I appreciate you not putting that SHIT in there. You did POS. I appreciate that, Michelle. But no, I 100% 100% agree. Listen, it's one of those things where you could listen. Like I said, if you have not had the opportunity of seeing any of these clips from this court hearing, you need to do yourself some justice and go to YouTube, type in Amber Heard lying, and you'll just see a slew of videos of her being cross-examined by Camille Vasquez. Shout out to Camille Vasquez, man. Listen, shout out to Camille Vasquez. If Camille Vasquez is going to be supporting the people who are falsely accused of things, let me tell y'all right now, the government needs to open up a subdivision and make her the head of that division. Because guess what? This bitch Camille Vasquez know what she doing. She know what she doing. She know how to play the game. And like I said, man, if you are in here, drop us a like, man. We are cooking up this evening at the expense of Amber Heard. Unfortunately, she was found out to be a liar. She committed perjury in a court of law. I am of the mindset she absolutely needs to be charged and she needs to go to jail. A jury understand this, a jury in the United States came down and said, Johnny Depp did not abuse this woman, and in fact, she lied for financial gain. That's just what happened. She lied for financial gain. She probably got a lot of money from that. And unfortunately, it set my man Johnny back because he couldn't do the next Pirates of the Caribbean movie. You understand what I'm saying? Unfortunately, my man Johnny Depp could not make more money because of this false allegation set forth by his ex-wife, Amber Heard. Now, since she did this, I would imagine prior to not even prior to today, after the verdict was read, prior to the case beginning, there was a outcry of people who were willing to support Amber Heard. Why? Because believe all women. Now, like I said, I just want to make sure I state this over and over again. I am of the mindset that we should believe all victims of these heinous acts. However, it is very dangerous to just say believe all women, because you get cases like this where Amber Heard knew that there was a slogan out there saying believe all women. Now we know that she was a liar. How do we know the believe all women slogan didn't entice her to bring this to light, bring the false allegations to light? Because remember, Johnny Depp was suing her. She wasn't suing Johnny. Now, she countersued him because Johnny was suing her. But he was only suing her because of the false allegations that she made in the public to a news media outlet. I believe it was the Washington Post or something like that. And unfortunately for her, she's a liar. But like I said earlier in the show, she looked innocent. She appeared to be innocent. And really the only way that I would say that she looked really good in this case is that Johnny Depp's legal team said something that may not have happened. Now, I'm only saying may not have happened because the jury, like I said, I'm just trying to be consistent here. The jury did say that there is no evidence of this. So if there's no evidence of it, unfortunately, it may not have happened. However, based on Johnny winning all three of his headlines, I would have to believe that maybe the scenario in which the lawyer from Johnny Depp's legal team put this out, maybe the scenario in which they phrased it or worded it may not happen exactly to the T that way, but it definitely had to happen to some capacity, to some degree. There's something there. Absolutely, there has to be something there, man. Like I said, man, drop us a like, hit us up in the comments, man. Let us know. Do you think the jury came down with an appropriate verdict, or do you think they got it wrong? Let us know in the comments, man. It's your boy John Quick of the Talk That Lingo crew. We'll be talking that lingo very fast, like I always say. It's harder to keep money than to get it. So make sure you follow us on YouTube. Make sure you follow us on Twitch, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Follow us on all platforms, man. Listen, if you live check to check and you want to learn how to keep more of the money that you get in that check, if you don't yet have any ways for you to increase your income month to month, you need to be following me. Yes, I want more followers. Sure, I want more followers. However, I'm giving you this information so you can make the money. This ain't for me. I want more followers, sure, but I want my followers to actually get something from me, obtain something from me. So if this is you, if you live check the check, you need to seek me out on Instagram. You need to seek me out on TikTok. Because guess what? You live check to check. I'm going to help and make sure that you no longer need to live check to check. So like this video, this is for you. Like this video, seek me out on Instagram, seek me out on TikTok. Here's the reason why. Because you need the money. Listen, I could very well say, pay me this amount of money, and I'm not gonna lie to you like that. Here's what we're gonna do. You're gonna follow me. You're gonna like all my videos. You're gonna see all my videos, and you're gonna start making more money with the money you already got. What we're gonna do is we're gonna enhance your mindset. I know so many people who spend their check before they get it. This ain't gonna be you no more. If it's you today, it ain't gonna be you tomorrow, because you about to go on YouTube, you about to go on Instagram, you about to go on TikTok, and you about to follow me. That's what you're gonna do. Because guess what? I've already did it. I've already done it. Everything I'm telling you to do, I'm actively doing it, or I've already done it. So I don't need to make any money from it. I don't need any money from it. But what I need to do is start making more money for yourself and your family. If you want to do that, you need to be following me on those other platforms, man. It's your boy John Quick. Talk that talk, that Lingo crew, talk that Lingo very fast. You already know the vibes, man. I appreciate y'all tapping in. Out of here.